Greetings of the day, dear students. In this video, we are going to discuss about the comparison of BJT bipolar junction transistor and FET field effect transistor. Right? So here, this question has been asked number of times in exam. He will ask you simply to compare the BJT with field effect transistor. Right? Dear students, at that time at least some 7 to 8 points are to be highlighted. Of course, if you are not able to remember all the 12 points, at minimum some 7 to 8 points are to be highlighted, and these are the points you have to remember, and the comparison is to be made with respect to which parameters. Those things you have to remember, right? If you once remember these points, in the sense input impedance, output impedance, voltage gain, current gain, popularity, cost, noise, fabrication, thermal stability. So on basis of which points the comparison is to be made, those points are to be remembered from your side. Then it will be easy for you to make the comparison. It is very easy to score marks on this topic, right? Once if you remember what are the parameters to be highlighted, right? Yeah. Now coming to the bipolar junction transistor, BJT, how it operates. It is a current controlled device. If you recollect the previous basics, it is a current controlled device, whereas the field effect transistor is a voltage controlled device. For BJT, the input impedance is low. For FET, the input impedance will be very high. That is the reason why the gate current Ig will be approximately equals to the 0, right? Whereas the output impedance for BJT is high output impedance we will have. For FET, the output impedance will be low, whereas for BJT, voltage gain is high. For FET, voltage gain is low, and the current gain, output current by input current, somewhere if you come across gain, any parameter, right, it's output value by input value you have to take. So if it is current gain, output current by input current. If it is voltage gain, output voltage divided by input voltage, output voltage divided by input voltage, like that. Voltage gain, output voltage by input voltage, current gain, output current by input current. Impedance, the ratio of V equals to IZ, V equal to IZ. The impedance Z is given by the voltage divided by current mod V divided by mod I will give you the impedance. Like this, these parameters are to be highlighted. Yeah, coming to the size, the BJT occupies more space compared to the FET, and popularity is transistors of BJT are less popular and less widely used nowadays, but FET is being more popular and widely used. And because here the cost wise, of course the cost wise BJT is cheaper, FET is expensive. Noise, any disturbance, noise is high, right? The noise in the sense it's a disturbance in the signal, unwanted quantity, unwanted fundamental quantities present, right? Apart from the fundamental quantity, some other disturbances present in the signal, we can treat it as the noise. So the noise is high in the signal, whereas in FET the noise is low, and it is difficult to fabricate in the integrated circuits, but whereas the FET is very easy to get fabricated in the integrated circuit. Sometimes you can make a simple IC which is going to consist of some hundreds of transistors fabricated in a single IC, right? Thermal stability is low, thermal stability is high. Now BJT is a bipolar device. BJT is a bipolar device, whereas the field effect transistor is a unipolar device. Bipolar and unipolar, right, is a unipolar device. Even though the current flows from A to B or B to A, its impedance will not change. But that will be not the case with respect to the transistor. It depends upon whether the direction of the current is flowing from A to B or B to A. Depending upon the path of the flow of current, whether it is flowing from A to B or B to A, the impedance will change. But that is not the case. Whether the current flows from A to B or B to A, the impedance remains same in case of field effect transistor. So these are the points to be highlighted while making the comparison of BJT and field effect transistor, right? Yeah. Current control device for BJT, current control device, low input impedance, high output impedance, high voltage gain, low current gain, occupies more space, less popular, cheaper to manufacture, noise is high, difficult to fabricate in ICs, thermal stability is low, and it's a bipolar device for BJT, right? Yeah. Thank you.